Hello. Anybody there yet? Anybody back? Hi. I'm back. Hey, Roger. How's Roger today? I'm so glad to see you on. I am fixing to put up some corn, Roger. You probably know all about that though, don't you? I've been shucking corn this morning. So I have got in my sink, hey Martha, I got a sink full of corn. I've got 54 ears is what I ended up with. So 54 ears of corn. You just got up, I bet you were pooped, Roger. You've had a big, busy week. It's been a busy week, I know. I got up about 4 o'clock this morning. I just woke up and I couldn't sleep and I wanted to get up. So I got up, got me some coffee, and that doesn't mean I've done anything. I mean, all I've done, I cooked us a bite of breakfast and got that cleaned up and sat on the porch and drank coffee and shucked 54 ears of corn. That's all I've done. That's not much for me. All right, y'all. So I have a sink full of corn and I got it shucked and... Sorry about that, guys. I guess my warranty on my car is expired because some strange number just started calling me. So hope it didn't disconnect us. You're welcome, Roger. Hey, I felt so helpless, you know, and if I feel like I can do something for somebody, it helps me. You're welcome. I'm glad you came and got you a bite. Yeah, if I feel like I can do something to help somebody else, you know, it makes me feel better, so it doesn't make me feel quite so helpless. And so what Roger's talking about was yesterday I fixed just a light snack. It wasn't anything. My sister helped me. She made some brownies. Jill made the brownies, so if y'all ate brownies, Jill made those. So anyway, took them some lunch before the funeral yesterday. Okay, y'all, so I am, hey Lisa, you back? I'm just rinsing my corn off, and I'm kind of going to look through it and pick out my ears that I want to put up on the cob for boiled. And I like to pick out kind of the prettier ones and the fuller ones, the bigger ones, because I love corn on the cob. I love it. I know I've told y'all the story about me eating 6 ears when I was a little girl. and you know, I was a chubby kid, but not in the beginning. In the beginning, I was a skinny kid, and this was when I was a skinny kid. I ate 6 ears of corn at my mama and papa's one time. That's probably why I became a chubby kid. Oh goodness, but I'm glad I did. I wished I had some of that corn again. I love corn on the cob. So I'm just picking out some of the prettier ones, the bigger ones, fuller ones. Because you know, you want those, when you make corn on the cob, you want those to look good and pretty. Alright, so I'm not gonna put all of it on the cob. I'm gonna split it out. I'm gonna put part of it up on the cob. Part of it I'm gonna cut off. Y'all, I got hot out there shucking this corn, and I heard the dry flies hollering, so Donnie says when the dry flies holler, that means it's gonna be a hot day. So see how many I got. I got 2. Oh, I already put one in that one. All right, so 2, 4, that's that's gonna be too full. Whoop, 6. And I got as many of the silks off as I could, but you know, you're not gonna get them all. So, anybody eats it, they get one. Just, there's 8, there's 10, 12. They just have to know it's just a corn silk. It ain't gonna kill you. 14. All right. Let's see. Put another one in there. 16. I'm gonna start with this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carry these over to the stove, and I'm going to turn them on and bring them to a boil, and I'm just gonna let them boil a couple of minutes. So, just gonna let those boil for a couple minutes. Come back over here to my island for a moment. Move all my stuff. I got everything. Whoa, I just knocked something off. I've got everything laid out on the island, getting it ready. If you see, I've got these trays here. When I get the corn out of the hot water, I'm gonna lay them on there. I'm gonna lay them fully cool before I bag them. And then I'm gonna cut some off here as well. So let's go ahead and get this situated. Alright, so here we go. There's 1. 2, I need to dry the bottom of those. That flame don't like it when the bottom of your pan's wet. Alright. So I'm not gonna, you know, fully cook these or anything. I'm just gonna bring them up to a boil, like I said, and let them cook a couple minutes. I'm not gonna cook them to death is what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna season them or anything. I'm just gonna let them boil for a couple minutes. All right, so now, go back over here to the sink. Everybody, we're doing corn. If you're just joining me, my sister and my brother-in-law gave me some beautiful corn. So now I'm going to pull some out to cut off the cob. And I may boil some more. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of see how much this makes up. It don't go as far when you cut it off the cob. I broke these little ends, and they had some good pieces on them, so I just put them back in there because I didn't want to waste those good little. Donnie would make fun of me. He'd be like, "That might be a tablespoon, Julie." I don't like to waste. I just don't. All right, so we're just gonna kind of start with what we got here. Let me get my towel again. I'll have this dripped all over the house, but that's all right too. Go over here, back to the island. All right, so we're gonna go back over to the island where I've got my mess. All right, so did y'all see my laundry basket on my table? I wasn't supposed to let y'all see that. Oh well, it's real life here, y'all. Okay, so I gotta get it where you can see me. I think you can see me. All right, so I got 2 things. I've got a knife and I got a corn cutter. Now Mama, she prefers a knife because she's been doing it with a knife forever. I don't mind a knife as long as it's good and sharp. I have no idea this one's good and sharp right now. I don't remember when I sharpened it last. But here's how we do it. Don't go down to the cob. I mean, if you want whole kernel corn, then go down to the cob. If you want cream corn, go about halfway of the kernel, like that. See how I'm just rotating it, and I'm just kind of skimming the top of the kernel. Hey, Sherry. Hi, Melinda. So I'm just kind of going down, skimming the top of the kernel, getting it off. And then I'm going to go back through and get another layer, just a thin layer, because I don't want the rough shaft. I don't know what you call it, but anyway, I'm just kind of getting a thin layer and just kind of going around it like so. Okay? So that's how I do it. Then I take my knife and I scrape it, and see the juicy part? Put that in there. So then you just put that in there, like so. Hey, Shelly. I make it look easy. It's not too hard. And then I always go back across like that. I just want to make sure I get all the good bits out of it, okay? Then I always bring my bucket in, throw my cob in my bucket. So that's with a knife. It is a messy process. I don't care how you do it, this is going to be a messy process. Here's a corn cutter. All right, let me get a good one. I do the same thing. Now, a lot of people will take this corn cutter and go all the way down the cob. Again, that makes it too kernely for me. So I try to just kind of skim across the top of it, like so. And I just go back around it again, get another layer. Like so. When I get back around it, then I'll take this side of my corn cutter and I scrape it like that. So, that, my friends, is how I do it. And then I'm going to get this little end because I didn't get it, I missed it. And sometimes if I feel like I can't get it good with the corn cutter, I'll just pick up the knife and try it. There we go. Just get the milk out of it. That's what I'm trying to say. This gets the milk, the corn milk, I guess you'd say. And sometimes I might even let a little water get in there. You know, if I've drained this, but I don't always drain it. Sometimes I have it in a bowl of water, and if it drips some water in there, that's good. But I just skim it like so. Now I got this corn cutter from Pampered Chef. I don't know if you can get them anywhere else, but that's where I got this one if you're wondering, because I know people wonder where I get stuff. So I did get this one from Pampered Chef. People keep inviting me to Pampered Chef parties, and y'all, I about got it all. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm like, I don't know anything to buy. Sorry. Donnie says, if you buy anything else, we're gonna have to build a bigger house. I don't have room for it. No, he don't say that. He says, you're going to have to get rid of some stuff. He actually, I say we're going to have to build a bigger house. He says, you're going to have to get rid of some stuff. So, who's here? Hey, Lita. Hi, Elizabeth, my sweet cousin. Long time no see. Remember that time I spent the night with y'all in Michigan, Elizabeth? And we stayed up in the basement late doing cheers. Roger, what you got? What you saying? But oh yeah, I could give some as gifts. I could. That's a good idea. And I do that sometimes. But, alright, so I'm gonna work on this corn. Now what, I'm doing it in this flat thing, and the reason I'm doing it in it is because I'm short, and if I were doing it in this tall thing, I'd have to be sitting here like this, and this is more comfortable for me. So I'm gonna cut it off in here, and when I get enough cut off, I'm gonna put it over in this bowl, and then I'm gonna put it in the microwave. Yes, that's what I said. I'm gonna put it in the microwave. I'm gonna cook it for 15 minutes in the microwave. Sherry, you think I look a lot like my mom? Thank you. I get that a lot. So I'm gonna cook my corn for 15 minutes in the microwave. What I'll do is I'll cook it in 5-minute intervals. And I'll cook it 5 minutes. When it stops, I'll stir it and I'll put it on 5 minutes more. And so after 15 minutes, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna pour it in that long glass dish over there, and I'm gonna let it cool. And I want it to cool completely down before I bag it up. Now bagging it up this corn, the whole kernel corn, you've heated yours in the microwave before too, Angela? It works good. I've seen people do it in the oven. I think that would probably work good too. I have never done mine in the oven. All right. Melinda Bagwell Holiday, you're not watching. I have cut my finger. She has been waiting on it, and I didn't even cut it. Let me get this. There was no blood, so until now that I've washed it. I poked it. I poked it. I didn't even cut it. I poked it. All right, time out. Actually, I'm not even going to get a Band-Aid because it's barely bleeding. I'm going to get a glove. That'll work. That'll work. Melinda's been waiting on it. You know, I've seen this happen on Food Network before. If you ever watch Chopped, they do it all the time. All right. Oh, I have another corn cutter. I'll get it out. As I said, it was no blood. I just poked it. So, all right, so here we go. That was funny. We were waiting on it to happen. Hey, Michael Edwards. All right, so I'm just cutting this off, and then I'm going back across it, trying to get the juice out of it. You can also go this way with it. I kind of do a couple things. I'm always switching gears here. I'm like, oh, let me do it this way, and let me use the knife. Let me check on my, I should put a lid on this. It'll make it boil faster. I think my other lid's in the dishwasher. Let me see. Yep. There we go. That'll make that boil faster. So let me show you, I've got some more that have joined, so let me show you with a knife. So with a knife, I take my corn, I'm going to go halfway through the kernel, not all the way to the cob, just kind of about halfway. That one's got a bad spot. If you get a bad spot, just cut it out. There you go. Cut it out and keep it going. And then I'm going to go back through and scrape it a little more. And then I'm going to take my knife. And scrape it this way. Hey, Debbie. You need to come to the holler and get you some vegetables? Yeah, you better come on because they're about gone. I think Jill said she carried about 5 dozen ears of corn to Mama a while ago. So Jill had the corn. Granddaddy, or my daddy, and Rod, my brother-in-law, they worked a garden together, and then me and my daddy worked a garden together. So my daddy, he's the garden man, I'm telling y'all. So this come out of Rod and Daddy's garden. And Jill. Me and Jill are more the harvesters than the growers. But I did help plant. I hadn't done any hoeing, I can tell you that much. Hadn't done any hoeing. But I guess that's all right. I've done some bean picking. That's some back-breaking work. All right, so I'm getting there a little bit. Mama usually does this over at the sink, and that way, if it splatters out everywhere, it just gets it in the sink, and that's what I usually do too. But I knew it would be hard for me to show y'all what I was doing at the sink, so I'm sacrificing and I'm splattering it all over the house. And it does. It makes a mess, y'all. I put my cream corn, I put it up in quart-size bags, and I make them flat so they lay flat in the freezer. But I will put a little bit of water in this just to kind of loosen it up a little bit. So. I don't know, I'm kind of like Mama. I think I might be faster at it with this rather than the corn cutter, but I go back and forth. I don't know. Hey, Jill, thank you for the corn. Hey, there's the corn lady. Everybody's wanting corn, Jill. I'm going to tell y'all how I will show y'all one evening. I'll make some corn for supper. But I'll go ahead and tell y'all how I prepare my cream style corn when I cook it. Y'all are gonna be shocked. I take my bag out of the freezer, of course, and you know, usually I let it thaw up. If not, I'll thaw it up in the microwave, but usually I let it thaw up ahead of time. I put mine, I have a square, it don't matter what size pan you put it in, but I have a square, like a 8x8 glass dish. And you think mine is multiplying? Your corn's multiplying, Jill? I bet you there'd be some people take some off your hands if you wanted them to. Okay, so I put it in this square glass 8x8 dish. I put a little sugar in it. I put butter in it. A little water and a little, usually a little cornstarch and salt. And I mix that up and I put it in the microwave and cover it and I cook it in the microwave. And anywhere I have ever taken that corn, everybody loves it and raves about it. My mama makes it like that. I didn't invent that. That's how my mama makes it. And that's how we like it. I know there's people that fry it, and the old-timey way is to fry it with some bacon. But this is the way I like it. Either on the cob or cooked with sugar and butter and all that in the microwave. Makes it so yummy. So almost like a corn pudding, really, but it's so good. On a hot biscuit, woo, with a slice of tomato, man, you can't beat it. All right, I know y'all getting tired of hearing me ramble, but it's pretty much all I do here. Let me get it. I'm gonna put this up and get it going here in just a second. Alright. Jamie Ann? Them wild boys settled down yet? They ain't wild, they sweet. Hi, Joy Pinkley. Canterbury. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and get some cooking. So I'm going to take this and put it in my, and I just put it in this bowl here because it fits in the microwave well and it rotates well. Usually I'd fill it up a little more, so I probably won't cook it a full 15 minutes since I haven't filled it so full. It's not that much in it, but just so y'all kind of know what I'm doing, we'll go over here. All right, so I'm gonna put a little water in it. Not a lot, just a little. I just want to loosen it up a little bit. I got it all over the side. And then get a spoon out of the drawer here. I'll stir it up. And pop it in the microwave for 5 minutes. Alright, that's pretty much it on that. This is getting ready to start boiling. It hadn't hardly boiled yet. Hey, excuse me. Hey, Janice Bell. Woo, my coffee and my breakfast pizza's trying to come up on me this morning. Hi, Melba. Y'all just have to excuse me. I didn't mean to do that. But, you know, that's life. There's no editing the bloopers out here, y'all. Cutting some corn off, Janice. Janice, do you eat corn? I know you're picky. Melba, hey Melba, do you eat corn? Alright, there we go. So, for you just joining, I'm going to go halfway down the kernel. You can go down further, but it just makes it more of a coarser cut. Sandra, good morning. So if you don't like it, if you like it more creamy, just don't cut so close to the cob. Need to send you some. Martha needs some corn, Jill. Can you ship it to Arkansas? I don't know if y'all saw me cook my corn on the cob in the microwave, but if you take just a piece of corn like this, wet a paper towel, wrap it around it, and cook it about 3 minutes per ear in the microwave, it is delicious. Get it out, rub it down with some butter and salt. You can't hardly beat it. I don't cook a lot in my microwave, but I do cook corn in it. And I used to cook it on the stove a lot, but sometimes when you're cooking this cream corn on the stove, it likes to stick. it's hard to get it to not stick. You just have to really stay with it. And so when I cook it in the microwave, I don't have to stay with it. So that's the whole point in that. Okay, this one's boiling, y'all. So I got myself 2 minutes there. Jill, you're putting yours all up on the cob? Well, I'm gonna put a little bit of cream. I love it this way, but I don't, or you know, cut off. But I don't eat it that much because, like I said, I do put sugar in it, and I do not need the sugar. I have to watch my sugar. So I don't eat it a lot like this, because when you eat it cream style, you gotta have a biscuit and the sugar in it. Hey, Christina. Hey, Christy and Charles, whichever one it is. Alright, so just scraping it down to get all the goodies out of it. This is a nubby ear, but we're going to use it. So I'm going to halfway through the kernel. I know I keep saying that, but I think other people have joined, so and scrape it. Those kernels weren't real big. If the kernels aren't real big, I only go down them once and then scrape them. If they're big, fat kernels, you know, go down them twice. Little nubbin. This is one of those little ones I broke off. I broke it off. Alright, there's my first 5 minutes on that one. Alright, that microwave, I'm going to tell y'all something. It's the most loudest, annoying microwave in the whole wide world, but it's a good microwave. And it's just a holler at me again. Alright, you. Now that was my other timer. So let me turn this off. Take the lid off. Alright. See? I got alarms going off everywhere. Oh me. You shut up. You're not supposed to say shut up, right? That's what Addie. Not supposed to say shut up. Alright, I'm gonna stir it. It's been in there 5 minutes. Looking pretty good. We're gonna go 5 minutes more. Now we're gonna go back over here. Let me wash my hands. Whew. All right. Yeah, Jill, your bunch likes whole kernel. On the cob. Okay. Did I hit that one? That one's rolling good. Let me go ahead. Alright, so here's the first batch on the cob. And I'm just going to take it out. And I'm going to lay it on these racks on my big old pan here. And let's let them sit here until they cool completely down. When they get completely cool, then I'm going to bag them up and put them in gallon-sized Ziploc bags. And at that point, whenever I want to make corn, I'll just take out however much I need. If I don't need the whole bag, I just open it up and take out however many that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more to cut off. And I'm probably going to go ahead And put a few more on the boil too. We'll cut these off. Whoop, dripping it everywhere. And I'll get this going. And once I get the one I've got in the microwave out, I'll show you. I'll put that in the pan over there, and then we should be pretty good. Go ahead and put another glove on. I ain't bleeding or nothing, but I poked my finger with my corn cutter earlier in case y'all missed it. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Which timer's that? This one. Well, I'll turn that off. You ever put a glove on a wet hand? It don't work real good. Alright, so let's go ahead. And bring this one over. Alright, so where'd my tongs go? Oh, I'm going to put this out as well. I know you can't see what I'm doing here, but I'm just putting it out on like a cookie rack, a cooling rack. I've got my trays under it because it's dripping water. To try not to make such a mess, which I'm so good at making messes, so I don't know. You'd think I didn't even try not to, but I do try. I'm just messy. All right. Put this back on the stove. And I'm going to turn it over here because I think my microwave's fixing to go off again. 35 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it. And I think this is really cooked long enough. Yeah, it has. Now, if I had filled this thing full, I would have cooked it 15 minutes for sure. But I didn't fill it full, so I'm not going to cook it 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and pour this out into a glass dish. And this will just kind of let it spread out a little more and get it out of this hot dish and let it kind of cool down quicker. You don't have to do this, you can leave it in there, but I think it would just take longer for it to cool. So if I spread it out in here, it'll cool. All right, y'all, that's it. At this point, when all of this cools down, I will bag it all up, put it in the freezer, but it's got to be completely cool. So that's it, and I hope you've learned something. I'm not saying this is the right way to do it, but this is the way my mama does it, so this is the way I do it. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen with Julie Ellen. Be watching for some videos this week, and come back and join me. Bye-bye.